Hi, in this video, we're going to take a look at what does it mean by arbitraging and how to construct a simple arbitrage portfolio. The reason that we can carry out arbitrage is due to mispricing of the assets. A common misconception about arbitraging is that arbitrage is the same as buying low and selling high. So think about if you can buy a stock right now and you wait for 1 year and the stock itself increased in value and you sell the stock in 1 year's time and you gain a return out of it, that is not arbitrage. That is simply investing. So it's different from mispricing. Okay, so there are similarities between buying low and selling high and arbitraging, but they're not the same. So you cannot say mispricing or arbitraging is simply buying low and selling high. So what is it intuitively? It's more like getting something out of nothing. Getting something out of nothing. So that's profit for certain and mostly risk-free. Okay, let's take a look at this example. I have 2 years. The 1 year discount rate is 8%. The 2 year discount rate is 3%. So we can write it here for 1 year is 1.08. For 2 years, it's going to be 1.03 squared, which is 1.0609. This means the 2 year discount rate is actually lower than the 1 year discount rate, meaning the future is discounted less 2 years in the future compared to 1 year in the future. This violates our first principle of finance, which is $1 today is worth more than tomorrow. So if I have 2 year discount rate less than 1 year discount rate, I'm saying something far in the future is worth more than something closer to the present. So that is mispricing, and that allows us to construct arbitrage portfolios. So at t equals 0, I can borrow 1,000 or any amount here. Let's just say with 1,000. Okay, and I am going to borrow it at a lower price, which is the cheaper interest rate here, which is the 2 year interest rate. Okay, for 2 years. Okay, let's borrow for 2 years. And since I know the 1 year interest rate is higher and it's more expensive, so why don't we just save at the higher rate or lend at the higher rate? Save 1,000 for 1 year I just borrowed. Okay, so the net change of my cash position is going to be 0 here. So I have nothing changed at hand. Okay, so at t equals 1, that savings is going to give me 1,080 pounds here. Okay, and in 2 years' time, I'm going to repay the borrowings at 1,000 times 1.03 to the power of 2, which is 1,060.9 pounds. Okay, so let's say minus this amount. Okay, so in the future, the net change in my cash position is a positive number here, which is 19.1. Okay, so I am making something out of nothing because right now at t equals 0, my net change in the cash position is 0. But somewhere in the future, I'm going to gain from investing nothing here. And that's arbitrage. Okay, so alternatively, we can also have something right now, but we don't have to pay anything in the future. So we can borrow right now 1,018 here and borrow it for 2 years. Okay, and then we'll just save 1,000 out of it, okay, for 1 year. So my net cash here, or the change in my cash position, is going to be plus 18 pounds. Okay, so in 1 year's time, I'm going to have, again, this amount here. Okay, and in 2 years' time, I'm going to repay the borrowings of 1,018. Okay, so 1,018 118 times 1.3 to the power of 2 gives me exactly 1080. Okay, so in the future, I'm actually paying nothing. I can just store this money here and then wait until the second year, and then I'm going to repay the loans here. Okay, so here I have positive cash inflow at t equals 0, but in the future, I don't have to pay or repay anything. And that's also called arbitrage. Now you know a simple way of constructing arbitrage portfolios. We're going to see more complex and sophisticated ways of doing arbitrage in the future. And remember, arbitraging is not the same as buying low and selling high. There must be mispricing. It's not simply the increase in the value of the assets itself. I'll see you in the next video.